All right, welcome to our lesson on inequalities within a triangle, section 6.4 out of our textbook. I'm doing this where there's a lot of traffic behind me, and hopefully the people moving won't bother you, but let's begin anyway. All right, this has to do with how to know that sides are longer or shorter compared to angles that are longer or shorter. So if one side of a triangle is longer than a second side, okay, then the angle opposite the first side is larger than the angle opposite the second side. So if we have BC has a length that's longer than this side over here of AB, then the angle that is opposite this side will be larger. So angle A is opposite this larger side, so angle A has a bigger measure than angle B, which is smaller than AB. So let's look at this example. Name the largest angle and the smallest angle of the triangle. Well, to do that, we're going to identify the largest side and the smallest side. The largest side is clearly 10. The smallest side is clearly 4. So which angle is opposite the 10? The angle that is opposite, you can draw an arrow if you wish, but we're pointing over towards angle Y is the largest. And then which side is opposite the 4? Angle Z is the smallest. Go ahead and see if you can answer these next 4 questions. Pause the video if you haven't. Okay, these are my largest and smallest ones. Did you get these answers? If one like number 4 bothers you, you can plug in a number for x, like 2. If the x is 2, then 2x is 4, and then 2x plus 15 is 19. So that can help you to make those easier. The next set of questions here are not drawn to scale, so you have to pay attention to the information that's given, not necessarily by the way it looks. See if you can answer these questions. Okay, how'd you do? Angle B is the biggest, angle E is the biggest, angle H is the biggest. This one, well, we got to plug in some data in here. X ends up equaling 10 because those 3 angles add up to 180. So the biggest angle is JMK. Just like we can say determine which angles are biggest because of which sides are biggest, we can do the same thing using angles to determine which sides are bigger. So if angle A is greater than angle C down here, then the side that's opposite it, the side that's opposite angle A, is bigger than the side that's opposite C. Really the same thing, just going in the other direction. So on number 9 down here, we first need to figure out which angle this is. If this is 65 and that's 70, then this has to be 45 degrees. So what is the longest side and the shortest side? The longest side has to be opposite the biggest angle. That's going to be one opposite 70 is side BC. And then the side that is opposite the 45 degrees is BA. Go and see if you can finish out this side of this page. Okay. Did you get these answers? I hope you did. These are not drawn to scale like the words on just like the ones we just did a minute ago, but see if you can answer these questions. Did you get these answers? I hope that you did. If you're paying attention right now, write down the medium side has to be this across from the medium angle. Well, right there, underneath this right here, so I can know that you're paying attention. Thank you very much. All right, the triangle inequality theorem says that the sum of the lengths of any 2 sides of a triangle is greater than the length of the third side. It's simpler to do than it is to say here. So what this means is the length of AB plus the length of BC has to be greater than AC, or you won't have a triangle. So it's the same as AB plus AC has to be greater than BC, and then BC plus AC has to be greater than AB. Any 2 sides the sum has to be greater than the third side in order for there to be a triangle. So an example 2 right here. Is it possible for a triangle to have the sides with length 9, 6, and 2? Well, let's see. Do each of the sides add up to be greater than the third? Well, 9 plus 6 is certainly greater than 2. Check. 9 plus 2 is certainly greater than 6. Check. But is 6 plus 2 greater than 9? No, I don't think so. So that's not a triangle. Because 6 plus 2 is not greater than 9, we don't have a triangle. Notice if it was 6 plus 3, that's also not greater than 9. It wouldn't be a triangle. The other type of question you'll see related to this is if two sides of a triangle have a length of 8 and 12, the lengths of the third side can be any number between blank and blank. Well, 8 plus 12 has to be greater than what? And then 8 plus what has to be greater than 12, if we're talking about that third side. Well, the answer to that is 20 and 4. Why is that? Well, where do those numbers come from? 8 plus 12 is 20. 12 minus 8 is 4. So if you just take the sum and the difference of these two numbers, or safely I'd say the absolute value of the difference, then that is the range that's given. And I think using that alone you can answer the rest of these questions. Give it a shot. Did you get these answers? I hope that you did. I really, really do. And I encourage you to get some rest. There's a lot of important stuff that's going to be happening in the days to come. Okay, bye.